The British government is preparing to introduce one of the toughest asylum overhauls in modern UK history, and the Home Secretary says the stakes could not be higher. Shabana Mahmood claims illegal immigration is tearing the country apart, and today she is unveiling a policy package designed to reshape how the UK handles asylum, deportations, and long-term settlement. Under the current system, people granted asylum can remain for 5 years before applying for permanent residence. That window is about to change dramatically. Mahmood's plan would cut the initial protection period down to 2.5 years and extend the path to permanent residency to 20 years. But the Home Office insists this isn't meant to trap people forever. They argue that people who arrive through safe and legal routes and who work and contribute to the country will have opportunities to settle earlier. There's another major shift. Anyone whose home country becomes safe during the 20-year period will be returned immediately. The government says this is essential to restoring public trust in the system, especially with small boat arrivals rising again. Nearly 600 people crossed the Channel last week, pushing this year's total close to 39,000. Across the UK, frustration is growing. In East Sussex, residents protested plans to house male asylum seekers in an old army base. Mahmood says she sees this anger everywhere and argues Britain needs a system that is firm, fair, and no longer overwhelmed. She also wants to rewrite how human rights protections apply in asylum cases, preventing refused applicants from making repeated appeals. And she's preparing to pressure foreign governments to cooperate with deportations. Namibia, Angola, and the Democratic Republic of Congo could face visa bans unless they begin accepting returns of their citizens and foreign nationals convicted of crimes in the UK. But not everyone is convinced. Critics inside Labour say the plan mirrors language from the populist right and risks punishing legitimate refugees. Some MPs warn it could create a generation of people living in permanent limbo. Meanwhile, Conservatives and Reform UK argue the plan doesn't go far enough. They doubt the measures will pass Parliament without major changes. Supporters admit there is no single fix for small boat crossings, but insist this package is part of a strategy to rebuild trust in a system any voters believe is broken. Mahmood will defend the plan in Parliament later today. But her challenge isn't only the opposition. She must also persuade sceptical Labour MPs inside her own party. She is expected to argue that restoring confidence in the system is the only way to preserve safe and legal humanitarian routes. None of these measures will apply to people already in the UK. They affect only future arrivals. But with immigration now one of the most divisive issues in the country, the debate brewing in Westminster will be fierce and long-lasting. Supporters say Britain needs strong action. Critics warn this approach may have long-term consequences we won't see for years. Either way, this marks the most dramatic shift in the UK's asylum system in decades, and the political fallout is only just beginning.